Hello, happy Friday. We have made it to Friday on what is a long weekend for almost everyone. So if you're hopping on, say hello. If you catch the replay, say replay. And if I can help you with anything, our keyword is Friday. The free product with 3 items from my storefront is my favorite palette of all time. I use this brown row probably every other day. I've used this gray row before. I've peppered in some of the metallics into it. It is just, there, can you see that better? It is gorgeous. This retails at, I think, $52. And I've put together a brush bundle with these 4 brushes for your eyes. And this earns you free 3-day expedited shipping. Because there's 4 items, you get 20% off. So this brings this bundle under $65. And the cart will auto add this into it. So you get a free $52 item when you buy 3 or more things. So I did this to get the biggest savings, and that's kind of the most inexpensive way. If you've got some other items that you need to restock on, maybe you need another mascara, maybe you've been wanting to try the BB cream, I can help build you a cart. That's what the Keyword Friday is all about. We can start talking about what your needs are, and then I can curate kind of the best deal for you that I can come up with. So let me know what I can help you with. This palette you don't want to miss out on, and you don't want to think come Tuesday like, man, I should have gotten that palette. I can still sell you the palette, but it'll be $52. So if the palette interests you at all, we just need to find 3 things. Minimum. 4 things gets you the 20% off. That's why I try to do 4, because it gets you a deeper discount. But with 3 things, you get the palette. So I placed an order yesterday, so I have a backup palette coming, because why not if I use this all the time, right? And mine's a hodgepodge of things. I need a new refill on my moisturizer, but I don't need the whole system. Like it's a 3-4 step system. I'm just down on 1. So I added that 1 item. I needed a replacement brush for one of my brushes I just can't get clean. I have one of those scrubber things and I clean my brushes. It's just not working. So it can be the most hodgepodge cart of the world. It doesn't matter. It's such a good deal. I can't let you not know that, right? All right. We have to run errands this afternoon. My husband is closing the shop down early because they are slower than slow this afternoon. So I am going to do a quick little face. We're just going to run a few errands, and then we're going to come back home and watch the Stars game tonight at 7. So the other night was crazy, and my nose is running already, and I just sat down. What is up with that? All right. Heavens. Okay, let's get myself in order here. I need a new desk. That's what I need. I don't have enough space. I think I've decided that. And I don't have a single drawer, which is weird. I really want something that at least has like a drawer where I could put some stuff in there and then I could pull out just what I need. Instead, I have stuff all around. It's crazy. So I'm going to mix up my BB cream, my primer, and my BB cream. Why not? It's my go-to. My primer and my BB cream, because the BB cream has SPF 30. So that is a saving since it is nice and warm outside and sunny. We're hoping we can get into the pool tomorrow. We have not been able to do that yet. And we are supposed to be getting some rain, but that's not till Sunday night. So I still have a few days to get in. Pool guy was like, why aren't you in it yet? I'm like, well, first off, it looked like poo last week, so that's his fault. Not my fault. No, I love him. We found out this week, we didn't know, I inherited the pool guy with the house. I did that on purpose. When we purchased this house, I was like, when we came to see it the very first time, you could tell it had been very well maintained, but I also knew it had been vacant for a little bit. So I was like, who's taking care of the pool and who's taking care of the lawn, right? Because we're moving from a condo where I had neither a pool guy nor a landscaper. And my husband is neither. Love him, but not his specialty. So I asked our realtor to find out from the people selling, who it is. So we found out this week. We've changed landscapers 3 times since we moved in, because the first guy would knock on my door every, I don't know, once a month-ish and claim he needs more money for something he was doing. I was like, yeah, we're not playing that game. One, he had been on this house for what? By the time we got him, a couple of years at least, right? He wasn't like brand new to it. And we have huge trees out front. I have a red oak that is enormous out front. And he knocked on the door the first fall we were here. So, and we bought the house like late summer. He knocked on the door. Too many leaves. I'm like, yeah. You quoted us knowing what, first off, he was taking care of the house already. But like with other people that have quoted us for landscaping, like you're walking our property. You're looking at the fact that I have one of the largest trees on the street, right? Like, there's going to be leaves. I mean, anyway. So we've changed landscaping people 100 times. Not 100, but 2 or 3. But we haven't never changed the pool guy. And I appreciate, because he'll make little statements like, I'll say, oh, his name's Jose. I'm like, Jose, the pool looks so great. I'll, go out and say hi or whatever. And he's like, oh, it can be better. And I'm just like, okay, I like that attitude. And the other thing I like is he will send me Amazon links of chemicals to purchase. So what I like about that is he's not charging me for chemicals out of his truck that he's giving to multiple people. So when I buy the chemicals, they sit by my pool equipment and he uses them only on my pool. So I really appreciate that, because I'm spending the money for my pool and he's not upcharging me for my pool from a pool of other people's pool equipment stuff. That didn't make any sense. But anyway, my point of that is I prefer that he does it that way. So this week we were having a lot of filter issues. We just replaced the filter and then the pool stopped moving and it was a whole thing. Anyway, he had to fix something. I was showing my husband about it. Again, I'm like, he's never going to take your job because he's not going to do all the crud you do every week. But my husband found out that he has been taking care of the pool for 7 years. So we bought this house in 22. So this will be our 3rd year. So he was 4 years before us. And I really appreciate his knowledge of the pool. Like when I called him or I texted him to say that the pool didn't seem to be moving, if that's the right kind of phrase, like the circulation wasn't moving well. So it just wasn't, and it was before that because we just replaced the filter this year. And right away he was like, oh, it's probably this. And I'm like, well, it was going to be icky last weekend. It rained and stuff. I'm like, well, we're not getting in yet, so you can just wait and deal with it. But I just love having reliable people that, especially for something like a pool, because, you don't want to mess with water and electrical and the chemicals needed. And plus he brings all this stuff to it almost like vacuums the bottom of the pool. I don't own that. So I'm like, okay, you can just keep coming. All right, we're going to just do that. And then I'm going to use the free palette because it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to do this gray row today. Yeah, we'll come in with this. I normally do the brown row, but I think, ooh, well, that's gorgeous. I haven't done the gray row in a long time. Look at that. Plus it's picking up that kind of purple hue from my shirt. That's pretty. All right, we're just gonna, super pigmented. You see that, right? We're just gonna get this on. Then I'm gonna use, so this is my fluffy brush. This is in my bundle today. Then we're going to use another brush in order to blend out the edges as we get there. So I always tap real light and then I continue to add more as needed, but I try not to start with too much. It's hard to take away, easier to add. All right, so there's that one. And then we're just going to come in with this really light shade. Ooh. It's like an off-white. That's pretty. Let's use that up here too. All right, now let's come in with this really fluffy brush. And I'm really just kind of circular motion around all of it. So there's no harsh lines between them. So we're just blending, blending. This is called the blending brush. So we're just blending, blending, blending. I like that. I'm going to take this really dark color. So again, I'm these shades right here. This almost is reading like a navy, but it's a really deep gray. So we're just going to come right in the outer corner. Then I'm going to sweep right below for an eyeliner. You see how that just adds more depth, whereas this doesn't have that yet? It kind of pulls my eye out. Very pretty. And you know, if we're not going to dinner tonight because it's Friday and we normally go to dinner on Friday nights. We're not because the Stars game's on. And so we want to stay home and watch the Stars game because I cannot watch a Stars game in public unless I'm actually at the game because I shout at the TV. It's not fun. It's not fun. So we're not going out tonight. If I was going out tonight, I would do this to go run errands, right? This is simple. It's a little probably more than I would normally do to run errands, but I wanted to show you another line of the palette. But I could pop on this shade on my lid. And do you see the sparkle? I mean, that's pretty fantastic. So you could glam it up. I could put that like right there in the middle and it would just, whoo, it would be something. All right. I'm going to do mascara. It doesn't go there. All right. Mascara Quadra. Because I love my Quadra. All right, if you're hopping on, you're saying hello. If you're watching replay, you're saying replay. And if I can help you with anything, you're commenting Friday. I put together a brush bundle of 4 eye brushes that will give you expedited shipping. So it's 3-day shipping. It'll give you 20% discount. So it brings the brush bundle under $65. And you get a free $52 palette. The palette I used today. If there are things that you would rather have besides brushes, we can build you a cart. You just need 3 or more items to get the free item. 4 gets you 20% off. So I don't want to make that complicated. Just want you to understand 3 items and you get the free palette. So with my bundle, you're spending $64 and you're getting a $52 palette for free. I don't know how they can make this palette free. When I saw it on the list, they give us a list ahead of time of what's coming, like we get about a month-ish at a time. And I saw that this was slated for the end of the month, and I was like, there is no way. That's got to be a typo. Like, how is that possible? Because, I mean, some things we'll do, like we'll do a free all-in-one color stick. That's $30-something, you know. Still, 52. What the heck? It's crazy. All right, a little bit on the bottom. Wipe that sucker off. That is one thing too. I had one customer say that she felt like it was flaking a little bit. I didn't have that problem, but I tend to, let's see if I can demonstrate this. I tend to kind of drag, and I I drag a little on this side and I drag the side I pulled it out on, and then I really wipe the end off so that it's a clean end. I'm sorry if you hear a lawnmower or somebody in the neighborhood is mowing. All right, what are we doing on our lips today? I could do anything with a gray lip, anything. Let's do Blush Beach. So this is one of our color sticks. This can be used as a cheek color, an eye color, a lip color. We have different variations. You know, I use this every day. Hold on, too many in my hand. I use this every day for my contour. I use this one almost every day for my blush because I'm too pale right now. I need some sun. This weekend, I'm hoping to get some sun. Then maybe I can wear this darker color on my cheek. But for now, isn't that pretty? That would be really pretty as an eyeshadow. I'm gonna do that. Why not? Simple. All right, that is going to do it for my running errands. I thought I was gonna go nice and not really done, but my eyes are really popping, so, okay. I'll take it. All right, so to recap, hello if you're live, replay if you're replay, Friday if I can help you with anything, and this is the free item with any 3 things. All right, let me know if I can help you. Thanks for watching.